I was triggered to buy this in the store for the stupidest of reasons. Green screen's not even big enough, so I had £50 to spend in the end. What do I even want with a green screen, man? Come on, what are you doing? We're not even in here today. We're heading on the road. We've got a bit of a shopping video going on. We're on a Blu-ray hunt, heading to Mansfield Town Centre, hoping to head to CEX and HMV. I've got a bag full of Blu-ray to trade in, so hopefully give me some credit and see what else I can find. HMV, I'm going to come back there later after we've done the CEX trade-in. So the trade-in, I took 33 titles and I managed to get £31 gift voucher. So looking around CEX to see if there's anything that I actually want to pick up to add to my collection. I was tempted by Joe Carnahan's Smoking Aces. I think Joe Carnahan's a great director, but it's a film I already have on Blu-ray and I'm not sure if the upgrade would quite work for it. There are some real bargains in CEX. £300 for £1. Now I do think that CEX tend to overprice some of the boutique releases. American Werewolf in London for £12? I think is a little bit much, especially when it's not part of a limited box set. And Black Phone. It's a decent movie. Not sure it's worth having in the collection. I did enjoy it, but it's not one I feel precious about having on a shelf. And we have Rian Johnson's Brick. For some reason, I think I remember it being quite difficult to find at one point, particularly when Rian Johnson came out with Knives Out. A lot of people tended to be trying to track down his movies. £6 seems a pretty reasonable price. And we have Halle Berry in The Call. This is actually a pretty tightly crafted thriller for its first hour. The last act of the movie leaves a little to be desired. For £3, it's worth a go. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I already have it in my collection. Dolls at £5 seems quite reasonable. I think a lot of people have probably duplicated this with the Arrow video box set that was recently released. Now CEX, come on, hang your head in shame. Dune for £12. You're clearly cashing in. Head over to HMV, they have it brand new for just £7. CEX. Try better. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's a great movie. I had it on DVD. I paid £2 for it back then, and it was still sealed in my collection, so they can keep it. Cheapest movie in the shop at 50p. They have several copies if you're interested. I'm not sure any of us really are. Now they also had a couple of HMV premium editions. Now I'm not sure if these still have the original box that the movies came in. I didn't ask either. Good Will Hunting at £4. I'd have picked this up, but honestly, I can't remember if I already had it or not. I need to check my collection and possibly come back and pick it up another day because it's a great movie and I think it's worthy of being in my collection. John Woo's American Effort Hard Target. Now it's a fun little movie, but again it's another one I'm not sure I really want it in my collection. If I do want to watch it, I'll pick it up someday, but I don't need to keep it there. Couple more bargains knocking about. We've got Man of Steel at £1 and House at the End of the Street starring Jennifer Lawrence at £1. Man of Steel I already have and I enjoyed. House at the End of the Street I've seen, and I remember very little about it. I don't remember it being particularly exciting or anything, so even at £1, I'm not even going to give it a curiosity another look. Poltergeist remake at £2.50. Not a bad price, but not a good movie. If you're going to check out a Poltergeist movie, get the original. It's an extra £2.50, but it's a £2.50 that's really well spent. Now, I did think about picking up the Terrifier double feature. My buddy that was on a live stream with me a few days ago, he keeps recommending these movies to me, but so far I've resisted. I resisted today, but one day I might go back and actually check out those Terrifier movies. Let me know in the comments if you've seen and if they're worth picking up. Warrior is a TV show that I still want to check out. At £8 I was tempted, but CEX cover reprinted. Honestly, what do people do with their covers and cases? While I had the voucher in my pocket, I thought I'd also check out some PlayStation games. I'm a bit of a gamer when I get the chance, and there's a few games that I've not played or missed out on, so I was tempted by Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, and I was also tempted to go back and pick up Ratchet & Clank, which I have owned before, purely to give my kids something to play on the PlayStation as well, but I didn't. I resisted everything. Just taking a quick pit stop for nice coffee, but I'm pleased as punch right now. I managed to pop into B&M Bargains on my travels and pick up one of these Q-figs. Now, I've been looking for these in my local B&M Bargains for quite some time, and they've just not been available, but popped in while I was in Mansfield, and lo and behold, I got the Rocketeer Q-fig. Really chuffed with that. I did pop into HMV and I made some purchases. We're going to see those as the video goes along, so no surprises just yet. As long as selling this sort of merchandise works for HMV and keeps them on the high street, I'm okay with them being in store. I prefer it just to be all CDs, Blu-rays, etc. But if it's keeping them on the high street and keeping them going, carry on doing it, HMV. Checking out the new releases in HMV. There wasn't actually much there that appealed. I did give The Blackening a look, which I do want to see, but I've heard some pretty rough reviews of it, so I've not quite got around to it yet. I did also look at the Indiana Jones Blu-ray. It's £15. Now, luckily, I caught this on Disney Plus as part of my subscription. I've decided I'm not going to purchase Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It isn't one for my personal collection. We had the cover art for the Aliens 4K release, which is coming soon. I didn't bother pre-ordering it. I'm going to wait it out and possibly go into the shop or buy it when it's released. I don't need it straight away, and I don't need to have that pre-order in. One pre-order that did stick out was The Crow 4K. It's a steelbook edition, which I'm trying to avoid steelbooks, and it's priced at £45 for one movie. Now, for The Crow, I'd love the upgrade, but I'm not willing to spend £45 on a steelbook edition. Hopefully there's a standard edition with better pricing on the way, but it's just going to be a matter of wait and see and hope I don't miss out. The Fabelmans 4K at £10 seems a decent price. I've not seen the movie, so I'm not willing to make the blind buy on this one because, again, I've not heard all favourable things on it. I'm going to hold off for that. Thelma and Louise Criterion Edition, £30. I'm holding off from that. I don't need the 4K and I don't need the movie straight away. I can wait for the Criterion sale, which hopefully won't be too long because there's a couple of Criterion titles I would like to pick up. Virgin Suicides, Sofia Coppola's movie, at £8. And yeah, I picked this one up. What else is there to say? I enjoyed it, it's good. It's now in my collection. And it's got a slipcover. Again, we're looking at premium prices on steelbooks. We have the Pulp Fiction steelbook here at £35. There's a 2 for £30 offer on 4K discs. So £35 for the steelbook of Pulp Fiction, or you can get the standard edition for £30 with another movie of your choice. Money for old rope. Yeah, Brotherhood of the Wolf. It's a great movie, and I picked it up. I picked it up for the dumbest of reasons. I'll cover that later in the video. And we're back to seeing some massive price differences. Chopper, the limited edition. It's 4K and Blu-ray in the box set at £38, or you can get the standard Blu-ray edition at £18. I'm not sure it's a film that's going to work particularly well over 4K. What are you actually paying for? An extra £20 for box and printed materials. I just don't think it's worth it anymore. Yep, it's another pickup. I picked up Damien Chazelle's Babylon because I like Damien Chazelle. And here's a look at some of the 2 for £30 on 4K UHD that they have running in HMV at the moment. And look, there's Pulp Fiction. Dune at just £7, which it's a bargain compared to the pre-owned price of £12 in CEX, which we saw earlier. And £7 for Leon the Professional. If you haven't got this movie, you need it in your collection. Obviously, there's also a 4K option out there, but it's a great movie. It's one of my personal favourites. Oppenheimer. It's a great movie. I'm not going to pick it up. At the moment, it can stay on the shelf. I don't particularly feel the urge that I need to watch this again anytime soon. Perhaps pick it up further down the line when I'm ready for a repeat view. Another title that I do want to pick up is Okja. I've not actually seen the movie, so I'm going to hold off and I'm going to check this out on Netflix and see if it is a movie that's worthy of my collection. Oh, we're back. We have our pickups. Now, I've not picked up much, as you've probably seen in the video. I was quite restrained. Yeah, I was chuffed to bits to pop into B&M Bargains and actually find one of the Q-Fig Elite figures. This was the last one on the shelves, and really happy that I found it. Just need to find a home on one of my shelves for it and display it somehow. It won't be kept in the box like some people do with the figures. Let's have a closer look at it now, actually. Plastic box. Why they can't use cardboard now, I've no idea. It seems such a waste of plastic. There we go. That can sit happily on one of my shelves. It's quite a nice little figure there. I love the Rocketeer movie. It's one of the films that I've been trying to push my kids into watching. We managed it about halfway through the other day. Still got another half to finish. Yeah, I'm going to force them to watch the end of it. Artwork inside the box as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, it's a nice little touch. Now the movies that I picked up, got a bunch just here. Brotherhood of the Wolf. Now it's one that was on my wish list and I did intend to pick it up at some point, but today I was triggered to pick it up for the silliest of reasons. They had a few Brotherhood of the Wolf on the shelf. This was the only one with a slipcover. Yeah, I was triggered to pick it up today at this price purely based on the fact that it had a slipcover. Honestly, it's a ridiculous reason to be triggered into picking something up there and then. I'm not angry at myself for picking this up because it was on my wish list and it is a film that I did intend to pick up one day. I'm just annoyed at the fact that I picked it up purely based on it having a slipcover. I really need to think out some of my habits and some of the reasonings that I'm picking things up. Even more, we'll cover it again and again and again until I learn and get it into my thick skull. Got The Virgin Suicides, which was on offer at $7.99. Really enjoyed this movie. It was one I had on DVD that got traded in. So I've been looking at upgrading this and it's been on my wish list for quite a while. So I'm happy now to have that. Damien Chazelle's Babylon. Really looking forward to giving that a go. Obviously, in my video, we had a visit to CEX as well. Searching the shelves, there was nothing in there that particularly inspired me. I managed to resist that urge to spend the money that I had in my pocket, so I've still got £50 to spend at CEX. For one shop at least, I managed to quell that urge to spend. Perhaps save it for a rainy day, or that special title that I've really been hunting for or searching for. I've managed to fight that urge and not buy anything that I didn't particularly want.